Yes, people, it's your boy Shegzzz, that's SHEGGGZZ, and welcome to the year 2022. And since we're starting off this year, it's only right that we do it properly. And before I start posting other videos and stuff like that, let's reflect on the year 2021, which was an interesting one for obvious reasons. But it was also an interesting one for trainers, sneakers, whatever you may call them, because it was a year that we got a lot of retros, and for someone like myself that is a big fan of the classics, you know, the classic Air Maxes and the Jordans, it was a good year for me. But before we get into this top 10, quick disclaimer, this is my personal top 10, and this is all stuff that I was able to pick up as well. So some shoes that will be in the generic top 10 will not be here because these are my personal favorites. These are things that I liked as well. And also, before we actually get into the top 10, I might as well show you some of the honourable mentions, because it's only right that I give a bit of flowers to some of the shoes that I wore the most and I liked but couldn't really make it into this top 10. So to start off, I'm going to show you probably one of my most worn shoes. Well, you might not even class it as a shoe because it's so weird, and it's probably the most polarizing shoe that I'm going to show you, and that's the Yeezy Foam Runner. Very comfortable shoe, as you know. Not much needs to be said because you guys know how they look. If you don't have a pair, go and get a pair. Don't knock it until you try it. All I would say, don't wear these with skinny jeans. I've seen some people try and rock it with skinny jeans and you just look a bit funny. You look like a Smurf. But yeah, Yeezy Foam Runner, definitely honourable mention. Travis Scott Jordan 6, this was an honourable mention as well. There was a lot of hype around it when it first came out and it's kind of just died down. Even resale's not that bad, but for me, I just liked a lot of details on this shoe. Any shoe that has glowing dark features bangs for me, and they gave it glowing dark on the sole, on the tongue, on the heel. Literally every milky part of this shoe is glowing dark. But yeah, Travis Scott 6s, this is honourable mention. Clot Air Max 1s. Again, like I said, this was one of the retros. It didn't make it to my list, but it's definitely a shoe I'm a big fan of. The outsole's crazy. It's got a see-through toe box. The insole's crazy as well, which is mad. And finally, to wrap up this honourable mention, arguably one of my top 5 silhouettes of all time. That's the Nike Air Huarache, and I picked up quite a few of them. These are like 5 of the retro colours that dropped in 2021. Also picked up some old ones from like 2013, 2012 period. And yeah, here you are, Stussy, Escape. I can't remember what this one's even called. Screen Green, and yeah, that one. I love Huarache, so it was a no-brainer. I'll say 2021 was the year of the Huarache, but I know a lot of you guys wouldn't agree with me. But let's get into this top 10. Now, to start off at number 10, we have the New Balance 2002 RX Salehi Bemry Water Be the Guide. Now, this is the second shoe that Salehi has done with New Balance, and he killed it. The first one was banging with the orange, and he literally made a blue one. And it's crazy because I would have never thought this kind of peachy color would go with a turquoise, blue and green, but somehow he made it happen, and that's credit to the man Salehi himself and New Balance as well. They killed it last year. Literally, I could have done a top 10 of just solely the New Balance shoes, but I had to be a little bit diverse. But shout out to New Balance and what they're doing. Number 10, Salehi Bemry 2002s. Now, coming in at number 9 is the classic Air Jordan 6 Carmack. I find it so funny that I've watched a lot of top 10 lists and seen a lot of people on Instagram, and they've left this shoe out. Now, this is an iconic, one of the most iconic Jordans, and definitely one of the most iconic Jordan 6s. It's such a cool and interesting shoe because like the colors at first feel like they're kind of polarized and they stand out, but it's very easy to rock at the same time. But you know, Air Jordan 6 Carmack, it has to be in your top 10. It has to be, and it definitely is in mine. Staying on the wave of Jordans, Jordan had a big year last year, and this again was one of those colorways when I was younger I always wanted, but obviously down to funds I wasn't able to get. So 2021 was pretty much the year that I was able to go back and pick up a lot of shoes that I wasn't able to get when I was younger, and this one again is a big one for me. The Air Jordan 4 Lightning, and again, not much needs to be said. You guys have seen this shoe and it's just a clean shoe. The only problem I do have with this is that I feel like they make way too many pairs of this, but it is what it is. It's all right. I'm just gonna sit on my pair until everyone wears theirs out. And yeah, as you know, I love the classics, Air Maxes and Jordans. Now 2021 was 30 years that this silhouette released, and it was only right that they brought it back in its true OG colors. And I'm talking about the Air Max BW, and this is in the Persian Violet colorway, the OG colorway. Again, 30th anniversary of the BW, so I'm happy that they brought it back. They've done a city pack as well. I wasn't able to cop any of those, but I'm happy that I've got the OG, because this is just literally such a clean shoe. And something that I did like about what they did with the BW, they made a black leather pair, which was, I think, just a US exclusive, maybe in Asia as well, but it definitely didn't drop in Europe. I had to grab these online, and this pair is sick as well. Obviously I prefer the OG better, but on the rainy days this would definitely come in handy, which is why it's funny that it didn't drop in Europe or in the UK, where it's raining and cold all the time. Coming in at number 6, we've got another classic, and it is the Air Jordan 11 Cool Grey. Not much needs to be said about this. This is a classic Jordan 11 colorway. There's not a lot of Jordan 11 colorways, so it just kind of feels like a very special shoe. I feel like it's probably the only Jordan that doesn't have like 15 different colorways. But the Jordan 11 always just feels special, and this is like the Christmas or the festive holiday season release, so it always has that special kind of feel. And yeah, the Cool Grey is just a classic colorway, so it makes sense for it to be in this list, and it comes in at number 6. Easy to rock and just such a sleek and stylish shoe. And then at number 5, we've got another one of those shoes that had that kind of growth status for me when I was younger. I wasn't able to pick up, but noted it down in the memory bank. In 2021 they re-released, so I had to get them. So at number 5 is the Jordan 5 Raging Bull. Now this is all red suede. The suede ain't the best on this pair, I'm not gonna lie, but as you guys know, or you may not know, the Air Jordan 5 is my favorite Jordan model, so this is a no-brainer. The Raging Bull 5s, again, one of my favorite and one of my grills, I would say, that I've now been able to tick off the list. So coming at number 5 is the Air Jordan 5 Raging Bull. Now number 4 is a bit of a tricky one, because when I put this on the gram, a lot of people were kind of shocked that it came in at what they felt like was a low number, and also shocked that I chose this particular shoe. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Air Jordan 1 Travis Scott Cactus Jack X Fragment. Now this is a freeway collab, and I'm not sure I've ever seen or heard of a freeway collab on a shoe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of one. But this shoe is clean. Now the reason why I have these in my list and not the lows, I just feel like these are a lot more special. Now a lot of you guys won't agree with me. A lot of you guys will say the lows are more wearable, and I do agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But this just feels a lot more special to me. It just feels like it's more premium in terms of the quality. It just feels different. I feel like I could get the colorway or the low just on any model. I feel like I could walk into the store and be able to get that. And that's not me saying that I don't like the shoe. I definitely love the shoe. But this one just feels a lot more premium, a lot more special. And it's sick, and it's a Jordan 1 high as well. Again, it's one of those shoes that I feel like you would appreciate more if you did have them in hand. And yeah, it was definitely a hard shoe to obtain, and is a hard shoe to obtain. Like, looking at the prices, it's crazy. I didn't pay those prices. I was able to get them for retail, luckily. So I'm a happy guy. But yeah, I like this shoe. And what I did like as well was the packaging. In fact, Jordan Brand went in with a lot of the packaging, like the M&M's, which I am gonna get into, and like even like the Travis packaging, like blue, and it had like the slide up box plastic kind of acrylic thing, which we know Jordan 11s used to have as well. So yeah, shout out Jordan Brand on that. Even on the topic of boxes as well, I got a lot of good boxes this year. Even this one, the Salehi Bembry 2002 that came out number 10. This shoe here, the box is literally a wave. Like, it is actually proper sick. And I know the camera is probably not picking it up as well, but this is a sick box. Now I forgot to mention one more honorable mention. Now this is a shoe that I wasn't able to get because it was so hard to get in my size, especially in London. But I have to mention it because it would have fell into my top 3 if I had been able to purchase it. Now, hopefully, one of you guys that see the video do have a size 9 of this shoe and can bust me, but it is the Amimene Jordan 3, and that is such a sick shoe. I don't know whether it would have come first, second, or third, but I know that it would have definitely been within my top 10 list because that shoe just looks so premium. It looks so sick. I like the concept behind it, and it's mad because it was actually a women's exclusive, and it feels like the general consensus within the sneaker streetwear community is that that is the shoe of the year, which is very, very mad because it was a women exclusive colorway. I do happen to have the Air Jordan 1 Amimene as well, which again feels like a very, very premium shoe, but this doesn't get into my top 10 because I'm not that much a big fan. I'm not that much. Well, I'm not a big fan of this actual colorway on this silhouette, but it just still feels very, very premium. But let's get into my actual number 3 and the moment that you guys have been waiting for, and we have the New Balance. Yes, another New Balance, and it's a New Balance 2002, you guessed it, protection pack. Now, I'm not even sure if that is the actual name because I know that it was like, is it Refined Future or something like that? I can't remember. This is a sick shoe. Like the detailing on this shoe is mad, and the fact that so many people were able to get into New Balance and start to appreciate New Balance, so just because of this shoe, it's credit to the designer. I've forgotten his name. I follow him on Instagram as well. And credit to New Balance as well for the direction that they're going in. Everyone that was involved in this project or involved in any of the shoes that dropped this year, the Joey Freshgoods, the Paperboy, there's so many, like there's so many different names. Shout out to everyone there because you guys are doing a very, very good job. And what I love about New Balance is that the quality is always A1. Like number 2 might be a little bit of a cheat. I'm not gonna say a little bit. It is a cheat in all honesty because I couldn't pick which one I was going to put for this spot because literally all the colorways of this shoe, of this pack, are cold, and it's just something that I feel needs to be appreciated. And it is the Nike Air Max times Patta Air Max 1, the Wave. And yes, they came out in 4 colorways, and I was lucky enough to pick up literally all 4 colorways as well. And I don't know, if I was to rank them, the blue will probably be my favorite, and then it will actually be the maroon, then it would be the black pair, and then it will be the pair that they're calling the Monarch, which is like a kind of orangey brown. The Air Max 1 is a classic, timeless silhouette. Now for Patta to come along and, you know, kind of remold the mudguard and make a new kind of mudguard on such a classic silhouette, I have to appreciate that, and it actually looks very, very sick. I was a big fan of this thing. Once I saw the pictures leaked, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do what I need to do to grab these, and I was able to grab all of them, doubled up on three out of the 4. Wasn't able to double up on the black pair, and I'm happy I did because I know in a couple of years it's going to be peak. So shout out to Patta because Patta and Air Max 1s go a long way, and they produce a lot of classic models, and if you're a big Air Max 1 guy, you know about Patta kind of thing. So I'm happy that they gave like my generation a bit of history as well. For 5 years, 10 years, we're gonna look back and be like, wow, look at this shoe. Now, number 1, drum roll please, the moment you guys have been waiting for. I hope you've locked in all your guesses and all that kind of stuff. Number 1 is the Air Max 90 Bacon. Now this shoe is actually just a beautiful shoe. Now, talking about grills has been a key word because I've picked up a lot of them this year. A lot of them have been this last year, shall I say. And this just tops the pile. Like this tops the bunch. Like this shoe, I remember I used to look at this shoe like obviously in pictures and stuff, or like going to like Crep City or like, you know, training events, and just look at this shoe, and I was in so much awe because like the whole concept, the materials, the way it looked, it was mad. And I'm just happy because they actually executed this shoe perfectly. I know there was a bit of quality control problems with a lot of pairs of these shoes, of the Bacons, but My pair was pretty decent, and like just the way the shoe looks, it just feels fine for me. Well, it just feels fine for it to not be like proper. Like it's just a shoe that I want to wear and I want it to look one as well. But yeah, the colors on this is crazy. The pink, the red, the brown, like it's just amazing. And the materials, you got suede, you got leather, you got canvas, you got a nubuck, you got a leather sock liner. Come on, man. But yeah, it's the Air Max 90 Bacon. This is number one. Let me know as always what you guys thought of my list. Let me know what your top 10 or top 3, top 5 sneakers are. Let me know what your 2022 is saying as well. Have you picked up anything? I've picked up 2 shoes already, but we're definitely gonna slow down. We're definitely gonna slow down. But 2021 in general was a decent year for pickups. A lot of retros, as you can see by my list. Literally like 70% of my list are retros. But I was happy with everything that I picked up. Collection video is probably gonna come soon. As I said, we're going to try and push to do a lot more videos and be a lot more consistent. But until the next one, thank you for watching. It's your boy Sheggz. Peace.